Fair to make a judgment in less than a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this should just be the podcast. I'd be okay with that. I'll just drink and you just tell me dad jokes for an hour.
That's what happens when we go to the pub, mate. That is a genuine insight. You just sit there and get and I just rabbit on for ages. Oh, gee whiz.
God, I can't remember why you decided you wanted to be good at this.
What?
Was that a conversation we had last week, or am I just imagining that?
Well, I wanted to be good at dad jokes.
Yeah.
Did I just... Well, I mean, it's every man's duty to have a couple of jokes in the back pocket.
No, of course. You know, that's the prerequisite for a man card.
Yeah.
You know,
Come on, give us
test
a
one.
joke. Quick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Accepted. There you go. That was
Jesus, I was sweating. I thought you were asking me for a joke. I was like, oh no.
I was role playing. But while we're on the subject, I mean, feel free.
Well,
it's all right if I've heard it before. It's almost better because uncles say the same jokes over and over again, don't they?
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I feel I do have a special type of dad joke.
Okay.
It's a little bit niche, and whether it's suitable for a podcast or not, we'll see. It's the art of the long joke.
Keep it light.
It's light. Don't you worry. It's extra light. It's the long joke.
Oh yeah, I so remember this.
I don't know whether this is any point in me doing this because we might just cut it out anyway.
You know what we should do? You should tell us a joke, and in post production we'll make it really quick, like Benny Hill.
Oh, yeah. Do you have the technology to do that? Because I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'll work it out, yeah. I'll invest in it over the week. If it costs me £100, I shall buy a bit of technology to make it go really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
here we go. You ready?
It'll make it funny. Yeah, take it away.
Okay, let's do it. So, there was once a purple universe. Within this purple universe, there's a purple planet. And on the purple planet, there's a purple continent. And within that purple continent, there's a purple country. Within the purple country, there's a purple kingdom. And in the purple kingdom, there's a purple king. This purple king rules over the purple land, and the purple king has sent his purple army to collect the purple taxes from the purple village. So the purple king's men, they go along the purple road, through the purple forest, up the purple hill to the purple village, and ask the purple villagers for their purple taxes, and the purple villagers pay their purple taxes, apart from one purple man. They knock on his purple door, and the purple man comes to the purple door, and he says, I'm not going to pay my purple taxes. And the purple guards say, you have to pay your purple taxes. He says, no, I'm not going to pay my purple taxes. So the purple guards say, well, we're going to tell the purple king. So they go down the purple hill, through the purple forest, along the purple road to the purple castle, tell the purple king the purple man won't pay his purple taxes. So the purple king says, go back to the purple village, make him pay his purple taxes, or bring him to the deepest, darkest purple dungeon. So the purple guards go along the purple road, through the purple forest, up the purple hill to the purple village, knock on the purple door. The purple man comes to the door, and the purple man says, I won't pay my purple taxes. And the purple guards say, well, we're going to have to take you to the deepest, darkest purple dungeon. So he says, fine. So they take the purple man down the purple hill, through the purple forest, along the purple road to the purple castle, take him to the deepest, darkest purple dungeon, open the purple gate, throw him in and say, Indigo. Now, if that's not a dad joke, I don't know what is.
I just took a big gulp of beer.
I know, I saw it. The best thing about that is you can time the punchline just to the perfect moment when beer's about to spew through their nose.
Oh, serious dad points. Yeah, that's great.
Go.
That's really good. I don't even know if we need to speed that up. That was really good. Oh, Jesus.
You tell I've said that one a few times.
Yeah, that was slick, man. Very slick.
I don't know if it's too early in the podcast, but do we need to talk about these statues or something, or what?
I think we should bring it up, shouldn't we?
We need to talk about it at some point, but...
Oh, man, these statues. This is... Yeah, I mean, it's a big old conversation, isn't it, about... I think we should tie it in with TV that's getting taken off.
I agree.
You know... I mean, the fact that we had to board up Winston Churchill's statue in the middle of Parliament Square to stop the word fascist being sprayed on it, or racist, excuse me. It just blows me away. Just blows my mind, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such a massive topic, right? Because I've spoken to so many people. You know, my family, my friends, my girlfriend, blah 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 blah. And it's not of, for want of a better phrase, it's not a black and white issue. There's so many things that go into this topic of conversation and this movement and these what's going on at the moment. And there's no easy answer, because there's a million different layers, and and it's very hard, because part of the thing at the moment is, we need to have this conversation. It's a conversation worth having, and it is completely. It's worth. It's almost too late. The conversation should have been had 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? On all manner of fronts, right? Because, number one, racists have been able to get away with their stuff for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And also, people have not been allowed to air their views. Some would say racist views. Some would say, there's a million people with a million different views. And now we're saying, we need to air this topic and we need to have a conversation. But there's a million people that have wanted to have a conversation for the last 20 years, and they've not been allowed to have it because they've been called racist. Or they've, from both sides, people haven't been allowed to say what they want to say. And that's what's bred this huge anger and loads of different sides. Like, I'm not on any side. It's just a huge, big pile of steaming that's going on. This anger, there's loads of different problems. There is genuine racism. There's people not being allowed to speak their mind. There's people destroying each other's statues. There's people online attacking each other, people in the street physically attacking each other. There's this fight between black and white, and people in the street and people in authority, and the police and the civilians, and this whole thing. And I'm getting to a point now where I'm just like, oh geez, like, everyone chill out, everyone be nice, don't be a dick to each other, everyone's equal, just be nice. Watch what TV you want. Look at what statues you want. Don't smash things up. Don't be racist to each other. Let people speak, even if they say stuff that you don't like. And I kind of think, all that is simple stuff. Like, don't be a don't be racist. But also, if someone is a racist, they're a racist, and just, that they're not going to change by they're only going to get angrier and more aggressive by you chucking their statue in the river, or a statue that you think belongs to them, or they think belongs to you, or whatever it is, because no statues don't belong to people. Statues just are there maybe initially in a glorified sense, but nowadays a lot of older statues are there just to educate people. They're left there to educate people. People don't know who they are. Most people don't even look, but if you do, you can go up and look at the statue and think, okay, for Edward Colston, for example, who's this bloke? I'll Google him, and you learn a bit about him and think, turns out he was part of the slave trade, which is not good. But it's also like, if you didn't see that statue, how are you going to know? Yeah. And there are many other ways of finding out about people. Statues aren't the only way of finding out, but a lot of people wouldn't know who he was if it wasn't for this statue. Sure. So is that helping, or is that not helping? I don't. There's arguments for both sides, aren't there? I mean, criminal damage, I'm never against. But I'm never for.
I love it. I'm never against.
I am always against criminal damage.
Just snip it out. Send that to the police. We got him. No, I'm with you, mate.
Sorry, I'm rabbiting because it's. I feel like the internet is just coming out of my ear. It's coming in my ears and out my eyes and out my brain. I'm just a bit fried, and I've not really done anything. Totally, I've just watched and looked and chatted a bit, and I feel a bit frazzled.
Yeah, man. I there's a lot to unpack there, but I think just focusing on the statues for a sec, so, I'm obviously 100% with you. When you live in a democracy, we've figured out as a people, as a race almost, in terms of humans, we've figured out that democracy is pretty much the best way that we can run a civilized society. Yeah. You vote on stuff, the majority will rule, and things get passed because of that. And there's a lot of checks and balances within that slow things down, but it's the fairest way to live your life and the safest way to live your life. It stops tyranny, it stops a small, loud minority from ruling over a much larger majority of people. Yeah. And when anything goes against that, even if you agree with what they've done. So, for example, this is a perfect example of this, and it really grinds my gears when I see it. But people say, I don't really agree with the destruction of property, but it should have been gone years ago. Okay, now what you're saying is really what you're sort of okaying the fact that these people, you're letting them off the hook, that they just completely bypassed our democratic rule. I think, as far as I'm aware, there was meant to be a vote on that in the coming months as to whether it would be taken down. There had been votes before, and it hadn't passed. So what that means is there are people that didn't want it taken down. Okay, and if there's more people that don't want it taken down than there are people that do want it taken down, we live in a country that means those people, that the statue stays where it is because more people want it up.
Yeah.
Okay, whether you agree with it or not, that's how democracy works. Okay, and as soon as you allow people to bypass that, you're asking for trouble, because as soon as they do something that you disagree with, you haven't got a leg to stand on, because you've already given them the green flag to do whatever they want.
Regardless of the law.
Regardless of the law. And that's, I feel like people don't ever just take it one step further. I kind of agree that statue should have been taken down, but what if they did that to a statue of someone that's really good, someone who's a civil rights pioneer from the 60s or something, Martin Luther King statue or something crazy like that? Like, this man, I don't think anyone would want a statue, any civilized person would want a statue of Martin Luther King taken down in that kind of way. But what's to say a group of Nazis or something, neo-Nazis, would come up to there and pull it down? What's the difference? There's very little difference there, in my opinion, because you've allowed people to sort of take the law into their own hands. So that's the important thing I think I want people to take away from this, is just take it one step further, think about the consequences of this 10 years from now, 50 years from now, allowing this kind of stuff to happen, bypassing the democratic rule and just letting mobs, when they're angry and emotional, taking the law into their own hands. That's the biggest takeaway thing I got from that.
Couldn't agree more, man. And it doesn't mean that the feelings that today's mob has are wrong. They could be perfectly correct, like you've just said. Like, there could be perfectly good reasons to take down these statues, for example. But like you're saying, if it's not been voted on in a proper way, and people say there've been loads of votes, but these things take time, and that's democracy, isn't it? Like, if you don't like something, right? And I would never vote in favour of putting a statue of that bloke up nowadays, right? But if you don't agree with that statue, then you have to campaign, you have to lobby your local politicians, your councillors, in a legal way, and just keep pestering them, basically, until that vote comes up. And then if there aren't enough politicians or whatever that agree with you, then you have to join whatever political party you like and campaign for them and try and drum up support for that, so that it happens in Parliament or in the council or whatever happens.
100%.
And unfortunately, things take hundreds of years, But that's democracy, isn't it? If you can't.
For sure. Yeah, but the thing is, people aren't even waiting anywhere near that. They're not even waiting a few years, Like, if we just focus on that statue again, let's say it went through the local council and it got voted that it should remain, and you're disappointed with that. What you need to do is you need to protest and show that there is a large following of people that want it down. What you're showing the next batch of councillors that are going to get voted in at the next local election is, oh man, there's a load of people that want this statue down. If I run on a campaign that has this as part of its manifesto, then I'm going to get their votes. Therefore, I'm going to have a good chance of winning. So that's how it works. However, that could be 4 years' time. I don't know what the local council cycle is, but that might take 4 years or something, 5 years maybe, which is, a long period of time to an individual, but as these things go, it's nothing, you know what I mean? And that's how you have to work. And there's a reason for that. There's good reasons why it takes so long for governments to move, because it stops rash decisions being made and it stops tyranny, effectively. I know that sounds like ludicrous that, the UK won't ever be a tyrannical system, but that's why we have these checks and balances. People are corrupt sometimes. They can be corrupt. They definitely are. There are a lot of corrupt people out there. There's a lot of greedy people out there. There's probably a lot of evil people out there. And if you just let them be able to make decisions as quickly as they think them, what would happen? There's got to be this slow process. That's how it works. And we've got to be okay with that.
Yeah.